More proof that Boxing Ego predicted Errol Spence versus Ugas, and also that Terence Bud Crawford must have had some kind of inkling that Errol would be fighting Ugas at the point in which he called out Errol Spence in that now infamous Ocean video. Man, stay tuned. I promise you guys do not want to miss this video. I'm the best in the business. Stay tuned. It's really a crime against humanity if you just stay down. You know what I mean? Bro, Ugas finna fight Errol Spence. He finna fight Errol Spence. And Crawford, now the Crawford fans are gonna say, oh, Errol ducked. Why is he fighting Ugas? But I got another video. I promise you, I'm about to blaze y'all up. I don't even smoke, but I'm a light one up. Wait till I come out with these videos, because the other topic that your boy Ego, the only one with two nuts in his boxing game, is willing to explore is on top of Crawford making decisions, which is explaining why he's in this position. Put it this way. Name a black fighter not signed to PBC that's as big as Wilder, Tank, Errol Spence, Charlos. Errol Spence. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We ain't got no time to waste. Now, again, a hot topic. I'm going to get right to the nitty gritty. Errol Spence fighting Ugas, which I predicted. You've seen that clip at the beginning. That was from December 9th. How did the boy Ego know before it came out? December 9th. And that's just one of the videos that I made on the channel. This is why you guys, you got to subscribe for the latest and greatest in boxing. Keep in mind that video was from a live stream. You guys can verify and check it. December 9th, I told you Ugas was going to fight Errol Spence. So I knew about that they were going to fight. It was very obvious. Errol Spence also said, I'll be back for the winner. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Did Terence Crawford, at the time he was making the Ocean call-out video, have any idea that Errol Spence would be fighting Ugas? Because the reason this is paramount is now some people are trying to say that Errol Spence is ducking and he's scared. But I'm of the belief that Terence Crawford, you know, being reasonable, had to have known that Errol Spence was about to fight Ugas. Again, you've seen the clip from my previous video, December 9th, where I predicted the fight was going to happen, right? It did not officially come out until the WBA posted this December 19th. So I predicted Errol Spence Ugas more than a week before the news actually came out. And you see right there, the WBA stating as much, right? Now, most people have seen the Terence Crawford video, right? I also did a video about that. So this is Terence Crawford. And you see the date on the video right there, December 6th of this year. This is the day Terence Crawford released the video, and he jumped in the ocean, called Errol Spence out of his name, and say, where you at, big fish? I'm looking for you, womp, womp, wompty. But how is it that your boy Ego, I'm just a YouTuber, how did I have wherewithal and knowledge that Errol Spence was going to fight against Ugas? And then in December 6th, and you guys better hope and pray I don't find all the clips, because I know I said this in my previous videos before Errol Spence and Ugas was announced. And you better pray I don't find those clips easily. But I'm still working, so there'll be a continuation to this video. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it. But y'all, all y'all detractors, because one thing that no one's going to do is call me a liar. It's facts or nothing. If you're not speaking facts, then you're lying. And I challenge anybody to, you know, come up with a better argument. So the reality is Crawford called out Errol Spence December 6th. Errol, where are you at? I'm in the ocean looking for you. Now, the problem is, I showed you a video as far as December 9th which is right around that. And I told you Errol Spence was going to fight Ugas. Fast forward to the future, surprise, Errol Spence is fighting Ugas. So I put 2 and 2 together, and now they're actually fighting. So did Terence Crawford know this was likely in the works? And I would say yes, he did. So the reason this is important is because that means if this theory holds true, that Terence Crawford probably knew that Errol Spence Ugas were going to fight, which is the case in the unification. So he planted the seeds and kind of did the video in the ocean for show, because it was weeks after he had already fought against Sean Porter, and it was the day after Gervonta Davis. Remember Gervonta Davis fight on a Sunday, December 5th at the Staples Center against Isak Pitbull Cruz. The very next day, you had Bud Crawford, and he posted that ocean video, and he said, Errol, where you at? I'm looking for you. And about a little bit over a week later, Errol Spence Ugas was being announced. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Reason why I believe Terence Crawford had to have some kind of idea that Errol and Ugas were going to happen is because post-fight, roll the clip.
Pacquiao was adamant that you didn't earn this belt because you were elevated to champion in January, but I think you've earned it now. So what do you want to do next? Who's next?
Bueno, te elevaron como campeón en el mes de enero y decían el lado de Pacquiao que tú no eres el campeón real. Ahora, ¿qué quiere hacer Yordenis Ugas próximamente?
Bueno, yo pienso que voy en el camino que estaba, a unificarme. Ya le gané a que todo el mundo decía que era un campeón. Ahora soy campeón, a unificarme.
Now the plan is to unify the title in welterweight. Everybody said that he was the champion. Now they know who the real champion is.
So does that mean Errol Spence?
¿Eso quiere decir que Errol Spence está próximamente?
El siguiente en la lista debe ser, pero estoy pensando porque se recupere.
No, he's the next one on the list that I want to fight, but most of all, I am praying that he recuperates.
Bueno.
Bam. This was a clip that you just heard of Cuban Yordenis Ugas after he beat Manny Pacquiao. Immediately after he beat Pacquiao, he was asked by Caleb Plant's wife, Jordan Plant, his thoughts. She says, Manny Pacquiao says you weren't the real champion. You were uplifted to a champion because he was in recess. Now that you beat Pacquiao, you proved everybody wrong that doubted you, right? And then they said, what are your next plans? He said his plan is to unify. Jordan Plant, as you guys heard, she says, does that mean you're going to fight Errol Spence?
Unificarme.
Now the plan is to unify the title in welterweight. Everybody said that he was the champion. Now they know who the real champion is.
So does that mean Errol Spence?
¿Eso quiere decir que Errol Spence está próximamente?
El siguiente en la lista debe ser, pero estoy pensando porque se recupere.
No, he's the next one on the list that I want to fight, but most of all, I am praying that he recuperates.
I am praying he recuperates first and foremost, but Errol Spence is the next one on the list. In addition to this, Errol Spence said this when he made a public statement, a press release about his eye injury, which forced him out of the Pacquiao fight. This is what Errol Spence put. I came back from worse, went to 3 different doctors, all said the same thing. I'll be back for the winner for sure. I was taught to get through it and keep going. This was his public statement. So Errol Spence, in addition to Ugas, who just told you, and I let you listen to it, telling Jordan Plant through translator, I want to fight Errol Spence next in a unification, but I wish him a speedy recovery. In addition to that, Errol Spence, before Ugas even beat Pacquiao, posted this statement where it says, I'll be back for the winter, or the winner, excuse me. I'll be back to fight the winner. So how did Terence Crawford, keep in mind, the Pacquiao Ugas fight was on August 21st. August 21st of 2021. So explain how Yordenis Ugas beat Pacquiao August 21st, 2021, And immediately post-fight, he was asked what his next plan was. And he told you, and I just let you listen to it, y'all must have forgot that he wanted to fight Errol Spence before he even beat Pacquiao. And when he had to withdraw, Errol Spence told you, I'm coming back for the Pacquiao versus Ugas winner. Now that, fast forward to the future, it has happened and Ugas and Spence are fighting. Now we're hearing people say Errol is a coward when this was the game plan all along, like I told you. So keep in mind, Pacquiao Ugas, where you just heard the post-fight interview, was from August 21st of this year, right? August 21st is when they fought. August 21st is when the Pacquiao fight with Ugas took place, in which you just heard Pacquiao. Crawford didn't do the Ocean video until December 6th after he had beat Sean Porter, weeks after he had beat Sean Porter, and a day after the Gervonta Davis. So this is why I don't believe that Terence Crawford was oblivious to Errol Spence and Ugas being next, and he was planting the seeds so people could do what they're doing now and saying Errol is ducking. Another reason that makes me believe that is because, let's recap, Manny Pacquiao. See, y'all not gonna come to my channel and out-fact me. If my facts are incorrect, you can leave reputable, credible sources and tell me where I'm wrong. But I'm showing you my work. Pacquiao lost to Ugas, and Ugas proved he was the better fighter on the given night. Pacquiao then retired. Ugas didn't get the Pacquiao rematch because Pacquiao retired. So Pacquiao's out the way. He had a hell of a career. This was August 21st. Terence Crawford did not do the Ocean Errol Spence call out until December 6th, weeks after the Porter fight, right? Errol already had told you that he's coming back for Pacquiao Ugas winner, and they're all in-house with PBC, so this was common sense, which is why I predicted it as I showed you at the beginning of the video, right? Oh yeah, one more thing. But wait, there's more. The night after Ugas beat Pacquiao, this is what Crawford put. This is what Crawford put. So that same clip that I let y'all listen to, right? The same clip I let y'all listen to, this is what Crawford put. And hold on, maybe I could give you guys a better view. Y'all deserve a better view. Crawford said, it's funny how they, meaning Jordan Plant, it's funny how the interviewer walked Ugas into saying fight an injured man in Errol Spence. Now they already trying, he misspelled it, he said tying, but he meant to say trying. Now they already trying to put that fight in the media. Makes me think a little bit. They play a dirty game, don't they? Pacquiao Ugas was August 21st. This tweet was 6:33 a.m. the very next day, August 22nd. So my question is this. If you tweeted the day after Pacquiao Ugas that, hey, they try to walk him into the Errol Spence, then that means you knew that Errol Spence and Ugas was likely the next fight, because how would you have put this tweet? So if you knew as far back as the day after Pacquiao Ugas, then what would be the point, or what would be the basis of doing the Ocean call out video that everyone's seen on December 6th? Herein lies the problem. So to me, that doesn't make sense, because that means with no business sorted, months later, after you had already made the tweet where you said, hey, it's funny how they're trying to basically talk about Ugas and Errol Spence fighting, and he's called him an injured man, but this is the same injured man that allegedly Crawford wants to fight next, right? It says now they're trying to put Errol Spence Ugas fight in the media. It makes me think a little bit. They play a dirty game. So who's really playing the game dirty and who's playing the game, you know, the regular way? If Crawford knew to put this tweet out, then how would he effectively think he was going to get Errol Spence by calling him out months later in the Ocean? It doesn't make sense. And if you can make it make factual sense, don't just say, oh, you're hating and all that. If you can say that, but you'll get blocked. If you don't come with receipts, it's facts or nothing. That's all I want to see. So this is an admission that Terence Crawford had to have known that Errol Spence Ugas was next. On top of people like myself, I put videos out where I said, Ugas, you just heard at the beginning, I said Ugas is fighting Errol Spence. So how did I know? How did I know? So it seems like Crawford had some kind of wherewithal that they would be likely fighting. And he still did that ocean video and jumped in the water, calling out Errol Spence, knowing it wasn't going to happen. And I wait till I find that clip. I predicted that as well. I told you, I said, now you can already tell what's going to happen. People are going to say Errol Spence is ducking because Crawford's business hasn't made sense. And because he's the odd man out, is musical chairs, and Crawford still left standing. Ugas got a seat. Errol Spence got a seat. Keith Thurman already got a seat. Mario Barrios, all these other, Abel Ramos, Jose Cito, all these other welterweights, Virgil Ortiz, Mike McKinnison, they all got a seat. Crawford is the odd man out left standing. So again, it doesn't make sense. If you knew what the play was, then how are you going to call the man out like I predicted, knowing it's not going to happen? Knowing either you would know if you did the ocean call out on December 6th, as I've already shown, and then by December 18th, right? So you already knew the drill, so you did the ocean call out video, and then basically a little bit over a week later, they're announcing Errol Spence and Ugas is agreed. So to me, it doesn't make sense to have made the call out when you have no business. Like when you have done, it'd be one thing if you were in negotiations with them, but if you haven't handled any business and it's likely, and it was very clear that Errol Spence was going to fight Ugas, I don't see why you would do that unless it's a pump fake. And you guys, if you guys got some solid real life reasoning, you let me know in the comment section. Deuces. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.